What's up everybody, and welcome to another edition of AGR's Pop Culture Reviews. And I really hope you're prepared because you're about to get bombarded by a fudge ton of notifications. I fell a little bit behind last week dealing with corporeal shit, and the schedule got thrown off. I was looking through the inventory and I still had a lot of statues to get to, not to mention I got a huge haul this week, so we are just gonna power through these reviews. And my beautiful watchers, nobody's ever really accused me of having a lack of Wonder Woman statues. Speaking of beautiful, every time I see a new piece or something comes out that looks really great, I definitely gotta review it. This is particularly true when a statue or a piece has been designed, inspired, or associated with one of comics' most celebrated writers and artists. Especially when that particular artist is responsible for one of my favorite comic book series, Lady Killer, in which a mild-mannered suburbanite housewife also happens to moonlight as a badass contract killer. So today we're going to be reviewing DC Collectibles' DC CoverGirl's version of Wonder Woman, the Joelle Jones statue. Let's take a closer look. Now this statue is so impressive the moment you take it out of the box, and it just screams Joelle Jones. It's got her signature all over it. I absolutely love the face sculpt here. The stern look looks great. The countenance in the face is perfect. I especially like the eyes. The tiara is very prominent as well. And of course, we have that signature voluminous hairstyle, which is so awesome. Every strand is done so well. Not to mention that the shading is perfect, so it does look very organic. This is just a really great job, and one of the most impressive head sculpts I've seen from a Wonder Woman statue. Looks great, guys. This wonderful attention to detail also extends to the midsection and upper torso of this piece. One of the things that you're going to notice visually is how striking the colors are here. They really stand out, they're vibrant, I absolutely love that red, and they also have a nice sheen to everything. The gold trim is beautifully done, and the contrast between the skin tone is absolutely amazing. I especially love her bracelets. They really look like a shade of metal. It's done so well. Not to mention the impressive musculature, and the skin tone looks really good. The waist section of this piece is equally impressive, and I do love the contrast between the blue, the red, and the gold. I actually like the skirted Wonder Woman rather than the briefs that we traditionally see. And again, this wonderful color palette looks great and really stands out, and I love the fact that it's a little bit more pleated and modularized. It just looks really good. The symmetry between the accenting stars is also done very well, and it's the little subtle details like the sculpted leather band that adorns her right hip that really makes it all come together. Now the lower half of this piece is easily my favorite and the most impressive. Now the stance is not over the top, but it is extremely powerful because of the sculpt. Just take a look at the musculature there, especially in her quad muscles. Now unfortunately the lighting and the camera are not doing it justice, it's so anatomically correct. And then of course we have the boots. The color palette is fantastic, I love that brilliant red. The accents of the gold are just out of this world, and they remind me of the Nazca lines in Peru. I mean, this is just so well done, guys, it looks fantastic. Now easily the focal point of this piece and what really captures your eye is definitely her lasso. Now this thing is really cool, it is extremely durable, mostly because it is made out of a concoction of wire mesh, and what I really love is the sense of tension. The fact that she's pulling on this thing is just awesome, guys, and this art style really complements the strain on her muscles on the upper body of this piece, and it just looks so impressive overall. Now this is definitely a piece that you want to mirror in some way because there's a lot of detail on the reverse side. Most importantly though, the sculpt in the hair. I mean, just look at how intricate that is with the strands and the lock. It's just so impressive, guys. You do get a much greater appreciation of just how much thought went into the sculpt of the hair. There's nice fan service here, although it is covered up by her pleated skirt, which is completely fine, but the real impressive thing here is the hamstring muscles. Just take a look at that, and of course, those amazing calves. This is awesome, guys. Definitely mirror it. Simplicity of design is what's so important about this piece. You don't want to detract from the main portion of the statue, which of course is all the impressive things we covered. The statue is very basic, a round base with a simple yellow border, which visually seems to blend right into the lasso. I think that was intentional. And of course the name of the artist, Joelle Jones. Most importantly, a very small footprint relative to the piece, and that's always a good thing for collectors, and you guys already know why. This is really great. Now if you flip the base on the reverse side, you'll notice that this thing is numbered, and you know how much I love them because I really do like numbers. It does read DC Collectibles. I have 2036 of 5,000 pieces, manufactured in China of course, and it does have the authorization of the DC Comics license, which is really cool. I know this is a big run, but it's nice to know that I have a piece of that run, so overall pretty awesome. Now at 5,000 pieces, this is a relatively big run. However, it's still gonna earn my holy grail seal of approval, mostly because this is a beautiful statue, but also because of the prominence having been sculpted or inspired by Joelle Jones. Don't get too caught up on that number, guys. I would pick this up as soon as possible because it is gonna get harder and harder to find. Now before I go, I just want to thank F&B Collectibles Incorporated for sponsoring today's video, and Big Bad Toy Store for sending this wonderful piece over for review, and if you're interested in this and other collectibles, please visit www.bigbadtoystore.com. Alright everybody, so that's my official review on DC Collectibles' DC CoverGirl's version of Wonder Woman, the Joelle Jones statue. As always, I thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next AGR's Pop Culture Reviews.